Hey everybody, this is Jochen Heiden, and I'm back with the Hellsen versus Heiden 10 December 1941 Turn 4 combat replay and analysis. Thanks to the miracles of modern medical science, I'm back, I'm alive, I'm going to live, and I'm ready to go full bore back into both of my campaigns. This is the one with Hellsen, and today we're going to be looking at all the action uh, in the Dutch East Indies. I don't really know what all is going to happen here, but I do have my eye on one particular thing. I want to make sure that the Dominion Monarch survives this turn. That's my personal goal. So let's watch this together and see if I can get it out of there before he catches up to it. Okay, and here we are live with the 10 December turn. Let's see what goes on. I'm sure it's going to be a wild ride as it has been for every single day of this campaign so far. Wow, dang it. So it wasn't a surface ship, but it was a dang sub that caught up to the this mine layer, Pro Patria. Yeah, that's not gonna make it. Dang it! I was really hoping it would. There she goes. And the Wang Chung, Kung Wu. I knew it was kind of a stretch, but I was gonna see if I could get it out. I didn't want to go south because that was a mess, and I tried to go north, but he's got subs waiting for us there. So, so long to the Kung Wu. There she goes. Uh-oh. What? Really? Look at this. This little AM is gonna... He surprised the Japanese, and he's gonna shoot at them. What a brave ship. Man, he's going for it. Just look at that. He's gonna close 4,000 yards. He doesn't care. Oh, that's the end of that guy. Alright. Gotta give him some bravery though, right? Let's give a round of applause to the Ballarat for charging in like that. Fortunately, it wasn't enough. Oh, okay. So this is us attacking one of his subs near Pearl Harbor. Didn't get anything done, but that's okay. We suppressed him. Okay, so now we know he's got a sub at Johnston Island, the I-173. This is good intel. I have the Robin out there doing some ASW. The captain of this sub elected not to fire torpedoes at us, but now I know that he's got one there. I suspected that he would, so this is verification of what I already knew. Okay, so no night strikes. Right now, this is looking promising as far as the Dominion Monarch is concerned. I really wanted it to survive, just as a matter of principle, and not that it's so damaged I don't think I can even use it right now. But I just wanted it to make it out of there, and I think I may have done it. Okay. So this is one of my AVDs that I have doing ASW work, and it looks like we have attracted the attention of the I-8. It wastes 2 torpedoes on us, no hit. Oh, but we got a little bit of something there. Nice. So the O-20, which is a Dutch sub, put 3 torpedoes into an AKL. That's a little bit of an overkill there, but let's look at this. 4 torpedoes launched, 3 hits. That is impressive. Let's go Dutch. I'm gonna give you a clap for that. I don't need to tell you right now, this thing's gonna sink. Oh yeah. Oh no! So let's get a twofer. Nice. Excellent. The Dutch are putting on a clinic over here near Cam Rahn Bay today. All right, so it looks like the O-16, which is also operating near Cam Rahn Bay, caught up to a sizable little task force here with a DMS and 2 patrol boats as escorts. We get 1 torpedo into the Seikai Maru. Heavy damage with the fire. Let's listen for our favorite sound. Nope, we don't hear it. That's okay. That ship's jacked up anyway. I'm sure it's not going very far. Okay, so these are our Dornier 24s. Whoa, what? Alright, here's a sweep over Clark. A sweep over Kukong. An attack on Clark. This is hitting the airfield, and that's not great for us because I'm trying to get these B-17s out of here. But if he keeps damaging them on the ground, it's going to be difficult to do. Okay, another sweep over Clark. He is abiding by our 20,000 foot limit. Good for him. Okay, so this is just a straight ground attack. He's trying to slow us down, leaving this, I think this is Lingayen. Yeah, Lingayen. He causes some casualties, but he's not going to prevent us from getting to Clark. Another big raid on Clark Field. This is not good for me. Primarily, well, for 2 reasons. 1, I can't build forts like this, and 2, I want to get these B-17s out. Nah, it's not going to happen like this. It's going to be very hard to do anything like that. And another raid, jeez. Yeah, these B-17s are jacked, man. And it's going to be hard to build forts on Clark. He already knows my game plan, though, because that's the smart thing to do, right? Yeah, so he's just going to bomb Clark into the ground. And now sweep. Didn't need it. Don't need it. Another sweep. I don't know if he thinks we're going to put up fighters here or something. We're not. Another raid on Clark. It's crazy. Okay, now we're in China. He's hitting... These guys retreating in China. Only disabled. I can take with that. Another raid there. Uh-oh. We got us a little dogfight here, guys. Let's see how this goes. I'll tell you right now, this is probably not going to go well because these Tojos are pretty decent and they have really good pilots. So, did not go very well for us at all. Not what I was hoping for. All right, these are just some nuisance raids here and about in China. Okay, a little sweep. And some bombing in Malaya. It's just softening us up for the incoming attacks. Wow. Whew. Good thing I wasn't doing a cap over Changsha. Look at that. That's no good. 32 zeros. That would have been game over there. Clark Field's just gonna be a pile of mush by the time he's done with it. Nah, these raids don't amount to much here. Okay, now we get Zeros sweeping up there. I don't know why. Well, they did not go the way I wanted to in the air for sure. Totally not what I was hoping for here. Alright, so we're just keeping these subs pinned down. The I-8 again, staying in real close to Pearl. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, I think that ship we hit with the torpedo earlier finally went down. Nice. Okay. I'll take that. Alright, so he looks like he's softening us up here at Hong Kong. This bombardment. He probably has enough to take it right now. That's really it. Wow, this was a pretty quiet turn. You're going to probably see a lot of forts being built. There's some units I'm transferring around. Yeah, a lot of units being transferred right now. Okay, well, wasn't the worst turn ever. We'll take a look at the numbers here. Okay, guys, I'm ready to talk now. I actually tried to record this last night, but I made it into talking. My throat started hurting. I'm like, well, I think it's time to call it a night. So here I am the next morning, all medicated up, and I'm ready to discuss what happened here. So the first thing I want to show you is this. Check this out. Dominion Monarch. We saved it. Now it's all banged up, but it's still in one piece. So I'm gonna try to get it to Aiden, and then we can get it off map on time. You know, I'm not gonna be able to use this ship. It'll probably never be repaired enough for me to put it into action, but it's just kind of a moral victory for me to be able to save this ship and save these points from him. Anyway, let's look at the numbers. So, Air War didn't go as well as I thought today. 5-1. My P-40s did not perform as I had expected in China, so I'll have to come up with another plan for them. We lost 2 PBYs to ops losses. That's to be expected. I'm moving a lot of them around, repositioning. You're going to lose aircraft doing that stuff. It's unfortunate, but, you know, I have to do it. He lost 1-0 today. Just 1. Looking at the top pilots, no new kills this turn. We do have 1 KIA and 2 wounded pilots, so let's do my favorite thing here with the wounded pilots. Where are they at? Okay. So what we're going to do then is check all these guys here and transfer them to the... You know, let's do this. Let's start from the top. We'll take all these wounded guys that don't have a return date. Okay. And then we'll check the reserve. And there we go. All of our wounded pilots are going to come back. That's great. Alright, and then we'll look at the Army loss points. These went up again, to be expected. Nothing I'm going to be able to do about that. Ship losses. Last turn, we lost this Kong Wo, leaving Singapore. It was intercepted by a sub. This mine layer, Pro Patria, was also intercepted by a sub. And then we also have the AM Ballarat, which was north of Billiton, heading south, and it got caught up by a cruiser and destroyed. Oh well. Now, we did have some success. We confirmed kill the Yaha Maru over here off of Cam Rahn Bay. And additionally to that, we sank another ship, but it didn't credit it yet because we haven't seen it by the propaganda ministry, but we heard it sink. So we killed 2 ships off of Cam Rahn Bay last turn, which is really awesome. Go Dutch subs. Getting it done. In deep water too, so we didn't really take any damage there. So I estimate that our ship sunk tally so far is 3 ships. It's going to be... Wait. No, 4 ships. We took out the AP last turn, right? So we got the AP. Well, no, maybe it is 3. Okay, it's 3 ships. But hey, at least we're doing something here, right? If it weren't for the Dutch, man, we'd be in trouble. And in the S boat, too. All right. So if we take a look at the SIGINT, we'll see if there's anything good here. Heavy volume of radio transmission at Cam Rahn Bay. Let's take a look. Cam Rahn Bay. Oh, yeah, see? That's some good intel there. We know he's got fighters and bombers there. We also know he's got 90 ships in port. Good gracious. That'd be a nice one to bomb, wouldn't it? But not with 18 fighters covering them. So, see, this is good intel. That's something you wouldn't get without the Allied SIGINT. There's also something at Tokyo, although it's not as helpful. Alright, for the ops report here. Take a look, scroll through this. Pilot killed on landing accident. Okay, so there's one of our PBY losses right there. That's the pilot that was killed too, is a PBY pilot. Dang it. Yeah, all this stuff at Pearl Harbor is going to be... We'll take a look at that. Wow, a lot of sightings, huh? Replacements. I don't want anybody taking replacements. Alright, let's take a... You know what? Let's fix that while we're talking about it. No replacements. No upgrades. I want to do that all manually. Alright, let's talk about the situation. And we'll start in China. Nothing really interesting to report here. He is in Xiaozhou. He'll take that this turn. But we've already pulled out of there and pulled the supplies with us, so he won't be getting much for that. He's advancing towards Changchao, and that's fine, because we're abandoning all of this and retreating this way. So really, everything's going according to plan in China. In central China, one thing he did here that was interesting was he stopped on this road. I'm not quite sure why. But, you know, okay. So we're going to go around him and start falling back this way. As expected, he did move this unit down here to block us. So this guy might get attacked next turn. We're going to redirect this one around. So I tried to do a little fighter cap action over here at Canton, and unfortunately my P-40s just didn't get it done. They got fighter swept or caught up by the Tojos, which have some of the best pilots that the Japanese army has at the start of the war, and we just didn't perform well. So I'll have to come up with another plan because now the secret's out. Everything else is going according to plan in China right now, but we're only on the 10th or 11th of December, so it's still very early. Absolutely nothing exciting going on in India and Burma right now. We're just moving ships around, getting organized while we can. We did get the Port Blair detachment off. I learned from the Lodra game that this is just a very hard island to defend. It's easy for him to bombard, and I can't really defend it. So instead of trying to even defend this time, I pulled those guys off and put them in Rangoon. I think I could use them better there. So these guys just showed up, and we'll just dump them off here, and we'll make Rangoon stronger with that. Himalaya, not too much is happening. We did buy ourselves another turn at least because he's not quite into Johor yet from Mersing. Look at that force. Wow. That's more than enough to carry all the way to Singapore. So what we're going to do is we have at least 2 more turns before he can attack, right? And then it's over. But I'm going to try to get these aircraft repaired as much as I can and get them evacuated. Taking a look at the ship scenario, we have a force here that we don't know exactly what it is. We got 2 cruiser task forces moving northeast, which I expect are going to be the ones from down here. He's probably sending them back to Cam Rahn Bay or Saigon to rearm because he doesn't have any ports that can do that down here yet. Interestingly, we have a Japanese sub spotted in this hex that has a ton of mines in there, so I'm really hoping that this sub runs into one of these mines. Over in the Philippines, we got this thing moving southeast, which is this way, which could be an issue because I've got a lot of ships. Look at this. We need to hide. And these guys better hightail it out of here because this guy's moving this way. I don't know for what purpose. Maybe he's just heading down to Babel to rearm. I'm not entirely sure, but we definitely need to be careful. This guy could also be going to Cagayan to bomb him. I don't know. So I gotta figure out where he's going and what to do in the meantime. I'm actually concerned that he's heading over to Cagayan to bomb it. And that could be lights out for these B-17s because I'm trying to evacuate them, but I don't know. It's going to be tough. Let's see. I think we got... So other than this unit here, I think we got out what we're going to get out from this area, right? We have a couple tankers loading up fuel here at Oosthaven. We got a lot of ships in Tjilatjap, and I'm loading up as much fuel as I possibly can, right? So we're going to grab as much fuel out of the Dutch East Indies and bring it down into Australia where we need it more. And I think we can do it from the relative safety of Oosthaven and Tjilatjap. So I'm going to grab as much fuel as possible and move it out. Like I said before, we were able to save the Dominion Monarch, so I'm just going to wait for a good opportunity, and we're going to move it out towards probably to what's it called, Cape Town, and then we can disband it from there. I got just about every destroyer that I could out of the Singapore. And I've got a few that are being repaired right now. There's a Vendetta. Somebody was asking about that a few days ago. It's alive and getting fixed. We got a couple more Dutch subs back in action. Like the K9, we're going to get that moving. We can also take a look up here. So all these ships successfully escaped. The Repulse and the Prince of Wales are going to make it just fine into Colombo. These 2 destroyers made it out. These guys made it out. That made it out. The Jupiter, heavily damaged, but I think we'll survive. I think it'll survive. We'll be able to get this guy home and repaired, and this guy too. So we did save quite a few ships from the chopping block here in Singapore. So we'll use Colombo to repair them, and we'll get them back in service. And I really need those destroyers, so I'm happy that we were able to at least save some of those. So yeah, obviously we lost a ton of ships. I'm not happy about it, but I am happy that we did save some. So that's some good news, right? All right, so everything in Australia is just kind of coming together here. Nothing too exciting to talk about. A lot of ships are moving back towards the U.S. I'm going to resupply what I can. I probably have a couple weeks down here of relative safety before he turns the heat on. So I'm going to just keep moving ships around, get supply in where I can. I got like these guys heading over to Port Moresby to recombine and build up the 8th Division. I think what I'm going to do is basically start pulling these guys out now, because I don't know what the point is to even try to hold the ball. We're not going to hold it. And I think I could better use this Lark Battalion elsewhere. So I think we're going to go ahead and just start pulling the Lark Battalion back towards Gasmata. And I can use subs to pull it out all the way. And then I'll airlift out the rest of these smaller units. So I did try to defend Rabal last time, but it's really not defendable. So I'm not going to bother this time. He can have it. And I'll take that extra 49 AV and dump it into Port Moresby, where I think we could be more effective. Right? We can build this up probably 300 to 400 before it's too late. So that's the plan for that. I'm going to leave the rest of these guys in place because I'm actually already using aircraft to transport them out. So they need to be by a seaside hex to do that, and I'm not going to start moving them inland and where they're going to get stuck and I can't transport them. So all these units will be airlifted back to Port Moresby, and Rabal is all his. All right, last thing I want to talk about today is the situation in Hawaii. So you may notice that I have a lot of ASW concentrated south, and I'll show you why. This is why. I got this guy out. I got this guy out. I got this guy out. And I'm getting these guys out. And I'm having the ASW guys run interference and keep these subs suppressed. And then in the meantime, you'll notice that all of my convoys were able to move south without being molested by the subs. So between the aircraft doing the ASW patrols and all these ASW ships keeping these subs suppressed, I'm able to get my task forces out. And also, I got this guy out. And I got this guy out. Check that out. So this is the Advon party for the new sub base at ADAC. So we will have an AV for the float planes, an AS for the subs, and a repair ship for the subs. And just like the other game, I'm going to build up ADAC because it's the best possible sub base and it's good terrain to defend. I can make the base very large, powerful, and it's just a stone's throw away from mainland Japan. So I'll have a nice support section there coming out of Hawaii. And then pretty soon we can start opening this up as our frontline sub base for Japan ops. I am already moving the troops and stuff that I need from out this way towards ADAC. So within a month we'll have it fully operational and it'll be pumping out subs and getting subs fixed and turning back in battle. So I would say that we're doing quite well in Hawaii as far as getting stuff out that I need to get out, and I will also do the same for getting stuff in. That being said, I do feel like Hellsen is using his subs differently than Lodric. I felt like Lodric was hanging around Hawaii for a long time, and Hellsen isn't. He's got some subs there, but not anything like the concentration that Lodric had. We know for a fact that he's already got a sub here. I'm sure he's got one here at Midway. He's probably got one at Palmyra, Christmas Island. You know what I'm saying? He's moving his subs quicker out to better places. because trying to hopefully catch a convoy or two coming in and out of Hawaii is just not going to happen. It's just too big, too many ways in and out. Well, that's it for the turn. Not the worst ever. I need to do a little better in China with my aircraft. I'm happy that I got out the ships that I did from the Dutch East Indies and Singapore. It could have been worse. All said and done, considering who I'm playing against, it could have been a lot worse. So, yeah. Let's see what the next turn holds for us. Hopefully our Dutch subs and stuff can continue to produce. I'll be very interested to see what happens to this. I'm concerned that he's going to Cagayan, because that would make sense. But if he's just heading down this way to Babel to rearm, that'd be fine too. So, thank you for supporting me and Hellsen in this campaign. I hope you're enjoying these turns. I am. It's definitely something different, and it's keeping me on my toes. So, I'll catch you on the next one.